Recently, Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos announced that they were going to be rescinding the existing guidance on schools' obligations to respond and prevent sexual violence.
I mean, are you today rescinding the Obama administration guidelines?
It is the intention to revoke the previous guidance around this.
I think when parents send their kids away to school, or when a student goes to college, there's an expectation that the school, the university, is going to keep them safe. I was really excited to go to college. I knew I was gay when I was in high school. I had gone to a really small Jewish day school. I didn't really feel comfortable coming out there, and I knew Tufts was supposed to be a really gay-friendly place. And it was so wonderful to finally feel like I didn't have to hide who I was. And then around November of my freshman year, I was sexually assaulted. People oftentimes talk about sex as this really pleasurable, wonderful thing, and I think it can be if there's consent there, but it's also a way that people can inflict pain and violence on another person. The Dear Colleague letter that the Department of Education issued under the Obama presidency explained to schools what their obligations were under Title IX, because schools oftentimes were not meeting those obligations.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos met yesterday with victims of sexual assault.
I had the opportunity to meet with Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos and share why the Title IX guidance is so important.
This was also a really emotionally draining day.
I was one of several advocates in that meeting room, and I looked her right in the eye, and that was the first time I ever told my story where I felt it had no impact. Since the election of Donald Trump, campus sexual assault survivors have not really felt like the Department of Education has their back.
I don't even know. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the
I think Donald Trump's Access Hollywood tapes were a really clear example of the rape culture that we live in. I think we have this really harmful narrative that's constantly repeated that rape is something that happens in a dark alleyway between a stranger who is male against a stranger who is female. One of the reasons that it was difficult for me to come to terms with what happened is because I didn't fit that narrative in so many ways. And I think for a lot of LGBTQ survivors, that's a difficulty that they really face. If I had the opportunity to talk to other survivors out there and send them a message, it would be that even if this Department of Education may not have your back, there are organizations throughout the country that are fighting for you and are fighting for your rights, that believe you, that you can get justice.